All right. Good evening. It is 7 o'clock. We are ready to get this show on the road. Welcome to Wednesday night of the NCTIES Fall 2024 virtual conference. I'm really excited you're here. This is great. This is going to be a great session. I'm excited to present it. I actually shared it at our NC Bold over the summer and got great feedback and really had fun sharing this. So I'm excited for those of you that are here. And if you're watching later, super excited you're here too. So in order to follow along with the slides, there's lots of goodies in the slides. So if you'd like to follow along, the bit.ly is there on the screen. You're welcome to pop into the bit.ly. And then you also have the QR code there if you want to use that. So bit.ly and QR code are there for you. And just real quick, while you guys are popping in, if you will, in the chat, just say kind of who you are, where you're from, what you're about, and that'll give some folks a second to get logged in, and also give people a second to hop into the bit.ly if you want. Erin dropped the bit.ly. She's so great. I love our moderators. Leslie, Lisa, and Kimberly. Awesome. The biddy.
Sorry.
Correct. I got you.
See, so.
Oh, I know. Erin's rocking it out over here with less than stellar vision. So we're very happy with Biddy. It's okay.
The link works.
Hey, you know what? Whatever it takes. So Leslie, look, I did not realize you weren't middle anymore. Wow. Okay. K5 and 912. That's a fun difference.
I am anti-middle school right now. I think I did it too long.
Oh, I get it. I get it. I love me some middle school kids. Oh, Lord. There's something else. Being back in the classroom's been amazing. So, there, bit.ly, love you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just roll on. Those of you that are here, I'm just really excited that you're here and hope that there's something that you can walk away with and share with your fellow teachers or your students, depending on what your current situation is. So I'll just right off the bat, I'm Alicia Ray. I am a little bit of a Swiftie lately. I was not a Swiftie to begin with, but have quickly become a Swiftie because she's dating my boyfriend, Travis Kelce. And so if you're into the Travis and Taylor thing, feel free to pop in here tomorrow night and check that out. And we'll have a really good time talking about some Travis and Taylor. If you don't love Travis and Taylor, it's okay. Join anyway. I am from Surrey County Schools. I am currently the Project Lead the Way teacher at Central Middle School and absolutely love my time there. I was in the library for 10 years prior to joining this new switch. And it's just does my heart good to be back in a classroom. I really miss that environment and just being able to grow relationships with kids over, a full semester, a full year, rather than seeing them maybe once or twice a month in a middle school media center. So it's been really good. You can catch me on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram at I Love Educating. My email is there. Of course, my .com if you want to follow along. I'm trying to blog about my experience in the classroom, but honestly, I'm a classroom teacher again, y'all, and I'm just tired. So sometimes it just doesn't happen, but I will. I also am the author of Educational Eye Exam, published by Dave Burgess Consulting. So the two little beauties behind me are Bailey and Sophie. Bailey's the one with the glasses. Sophie does not have glasses no yet. Just found out she's going to need them. But these two are my reason for everything. And it's so important to me that we stay on top of artificial intelligence as educators, because when I look at it, it's going to impact my life. It will impact your life, but it's going to impact my daughter's lives more than anything. And so it's really important to me that we stay on top of this and teach them a responsible way to use artificial intelligence, not just copying and pasting. So that's why we are here at moving students beyond the AI copy paste era. So one of the first things that we have here on our slide deck is an activity that I do with my students. And it has been so eye-opening. It has brought so many good conversations to the table. And I believe that it's really important when we're talking about ethics and we're talking about morality issues, really, whenever we're talking about artificial intelligence or anything, that we bring the kids to the table and we have them have their own space that they can sit and talk with us too as adults. Because at that point, that's when they're really going to tune in. If we're just preaching to them, they're tuned out, especially if you're in middle or high. So I love being able to do this with this activity with my students. So if you click on the little cat and dog, the cute little fluffiness there, that's there for a reason. All of my different images are typically clickable. So you can click on that. You'll see the basic idea of what it is. You're going to get a one-sheeter that shows you everything that you need to know, but you'll just need to click that. But for time's sake, instead of me going in and showing you all that, I'm going to show you the meat and potatoes, okay? So meat and potatoes is when the kids come in, I separate them into 4 groups. However you want to do that is up to you. And I'm going through 1, 2, 3, 4, unless they come in and they figure out my numbering system. And then, 2 moves back to the 2 spot so they can now be with their friends. And then all of a sudden I start counting 4, 3, 2, 1, and they get really tore up from the floor up about that. It's fun for them. Very fun. Not really. But here we have this. This is your paragraph, your prompt, right? Write 1 paragraph, 4 to 6 complete sentences telling whether cats or dogs are the most superior pet. Consider facts like companionship, loyalty, independence, ease of care, and any personal experiences you have had with cats or dogs. Be sure to use correct grammar, capitalization, and punctuation. So basically, I'm taking the scary out of this for kids. I'm not asking them to explain mitosis to me. I'm just asking them a simple opinion question. So on this slide, you can actually click on 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can play around with it on your own time. I'm good with that. Even if you're watching later, you have the bit.ly. It's not changing. So you can go and click your 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're going to see the forms that the students are provided. Those forms are different based on which group you're in. So group 1 has absolutely no AI. They have to do everything on their own. So they don't get any outside help. They just write their paragraph straight up like we would imagine students doing in a classroom. Group 2 is given a link to Magic School AI. And if you've never played with that, absolutely play with it. I highly recommend. I actually have a video at the end of the session that shows exactly how I did the classrooms in Magic School. Again, just for the sake of time, I'm not going to go through all that with us, but there is a video in the slide deck, so check that out. But 2, the students use Magic School AI to brainstorm what they're going to write about. So if they have no idea, they can add in, just stick the prompt in there and it gives them some ideas. In group 3, these students are required to actually write out a paragraph just like group 1 did. They have to write their paragraph, but then they get to copy and paste their paragraph into a Magic School classroom that gives them the editing tools. So they have a proofreader, they have a writing feedback tool, they have a grammar corrector, they've got great stuff there that they can use. And then the second part of their form is they have to copy and paste that. Yes, this is a free feature of Magic School. Oh yeah, super, super awesome. And then group 4 is actually going to be the one who they do the worst thing possible. They copy and paste. So their generator, they get to go in and they have a content generator and they're able to just pop in the prompt exactly the way it is, take what's given to them and copy and paste. Now they could, of course, if they're an advanced AI creator, an advanced AI user, they can absolutely go in and change up their prompts and all that. But typically this is my students' first educational experience with artificial intelligence and helping them walk down a path to see that, copying and pasting is not what we want to do. So again, bringing them to the table and having conversations is super powerful. So we do this quick little activity, takes 5, maybe 7 minutes. Okay. Then while they're doing that, and I'm going to kind of pop into the background here so you can see maybe if my all my thing there. Yep, here we go. I pop into the background. Still can't see. Let's see.
Gotcha. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. I am okay. Here's my Chrome. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go here to history and hope it'll pull up. Yes. Okay. Here we go. So while all that's going on, I pull up in the background their responses. Okay. So these are all teacher responses. So, of course, when they're teacher responses, they're going to be a little more robust than student responses. But here you'll see group 1, group 2, 3, and 4. And I just put them all into one spreadsheet so I don't have to be jumping all over the place. Okay. Now, what I do with that is I take those and I pop them into a slideshow. So kids are working, right? They're doing their thing, and I'm over here doing my thing. But their slide deck, as soon as they finish their paragraphs, I pull up to AI or not to AI, and I say, kids, we're going to play a game. And you're basically all you have to do is tell me, do you think people used AI to write this, or did they not use AI to write this? And that's all. That's basically their whole directions. So here's an example of a slide. How much AI was used in the creation of this paragraph? 1, none, 2, little, 3, some, or 4, it was all written by AI. Depending on your classroom management style or your group of students, period, you could just have them put up the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, or you could do like a 4 corners activity in your room if you need a little movement. So they go and they stand and we say, okay, cool, moving on. Next one, do the same thing, right? And we continue that. So what ends up happening, spoiler alert, kids figure out real quick which ones are written by AI. It's very clear, especially when they're written by students. And so then they're sitting there going, oh, wait, what? That's not fair that that was written by AI. Why was that fair that they got to do that and I didn't get to do that? Theirs may sound better than mine. Well, mine has a personal experience. So there's a whole conversation that starts happening in the classroom that I really don't have to start. It's organic, and I love that. However, if you have one of those classes where there's no organic conversation happening anywhere, or if the organic conversation is not what you're looking for, here are some reflection and debrief questions that you can use. Fantastic stuff to start conversations with students. You could always stick these into your LMS and have a discussion board if you so choose. You could add on one if you want to continue the conversation as a bell ringer every time you come in for a week. There are so many different options here with to AI or not to AI. Okay. So these are all, come on, friend. There we go. These are all in our, if you click on this to AI or not to AI, it gives you the option to make, I think, to make a copy. I honestly can't remember if I made a copy or just showed you. Either way, even if it doesn't give you the option, do file, make a copy. If you are a Microsoft friend, you can go in and download it as a Google Doc. Not a Google Doc, download it as a Microsoft Word document, and then you can go upload it into your OneDrive and do what you need to do, okay? So before we move on to all the goodness, if you have any questions, how often do I do this? Awesome. So I usually just do this at the beginning of the year. Last year I did it, it was about February or March. I gave some time and really wanted my kids to start feeling more comfortable in the library because, you know, believe it or not, it takes forever to get them comfortable in the library when you only have them once a month. So, you know, it was like my 6th or 7th time seeing them. But I do this with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade because Magic School is so amazing. I don't have to worry about students' identities being stolen and things like that. Magic School is very clean, good stuff. Definitely something you could advocate for. Do I have any other questions? You can either unmute and share your question, or if you want to type it in the chat box, either way.
I have another question, sorry.
Yeah.
Which Project Lead the Way curriculum are you using? And would you do this like to help them brainstorm ideas for projects and things like that,
Yes.
and then run the same kind of protocol?
Yes, absolutely. So my sixth grade PLTW is design and modeling. So we design one of our first big project is to design an ankle foot orthosis for a child with spastic hemiplegia. And so we're actually doing this on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to do the same activity, except for they are going to use the same 4 boxes, the same 4 ideas, but it's going to be it's going to have their prompt for creating the ankle foot orthosis. So it's going to have all their design requirements, everything they needed to have, and then have the AI either help them, edit what they've thought about, or just completely write it for them. And, basically they would design it with words, and then the students would take that and be able to build on it if they'd like. 7th grade, I do medical detectives. Medical detectives is really fun because we get to go in and diagnose different diseases based on patient notes and their vital signs. And so the kids are actually, once they have diagnosed the disease, they are actually going to put that into an AI as well and see if that information gave them the same result. So basically, they're going to self-check. And then 8th grade does automation and robotics, and we're going to be using a lot of AI to work with our coding, and then go in and verify their code, and the AI can go in and debug code versus AI creating code. So I'm really excited to see that work. Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, friends, so the rest of this is fast and furious. So if you're not holding on to your seatbelt yet, then I'm going to need you to go ahead and buckle up, because I've not even started talking fast yet. Like, that's coming. So here we go. So I'm going to put this back on present. Hello, present mode. So glad you could be with us again. So this session, we are learning strategies for preventing AI-driven cheating. The first strategy is to always bring the students to the table. Step 1, have the open and honest conversation with students, especially if you're teaching some of the older kids. They appreciate being treated as equals. Assessing creativity versus content knowledge, and having a balance there, because when you are asking kids to write things, how much are you actually trying to evaluate their creativity, their thought process, versus the content that they're spitting out? So that's a conversation just to be had. There's no right or wrong answer. We're just going to host a conversation. Be innovative in various assessment methods. So there's lots of things you can do outside of writing. Not that writing is ever bad. I'm always up for writing. I feel like writing is a vital part of our education. But can we do something else and then pull writing in at the end? So we're going to talk about that. And then, of course, we're looking at the future of academic integrity here. We're talking about copying and pasting, no longer from a Google search, but from an artificial intelligence. And what does that mean whenever you copy and paste from something that's not a human, something that does not have credit per se? So that's going to be another piece. If you would like to download the Think Sheet and take notes at any time, there's a Think Sheet here. Feel free to click on it. It's going to give you a Google Doc that you can follow along with, or if you're a handwritten note person, go for it. All right, here we go. So first, we have to define cheating. That's huge. So in the chat box, real quick, I want you to take a second, and I just want you to write, what is cheating in your eyes? If a student does X, Y, or Z, not necessarily with AI, it could be with AI, but it doesn't have to be. What is cheating? And of course, I would have closed out my chat box when I came back here. I'm going to fix that. Here you are, chat box. Okay, Kimberly says taking someone's work without giving them credit. Definitely. Disregarding established rules to complete the task. Ooh, like it. Using someone else's work. Yes, Tanya. Yeah. All of these, totally correct. Notice how everybody's is different though. It's worded differently. You have a different level where you're like, okay, yeah, this is okay, but this crosses a line. Everybody's line is at a different point. Some people have dotted lines, some people have one solid line. Some of us are two solid yellow line people, and we are not crossing that line, right? So it's really important that we have a conversation about what is cheating. Have these conversations with students, because sometimes they don't know what cheating would be considered. We've pushed, and I say we because me too, we have pushed collaboration so much that back in my day, when I was a kid, if I were to lean over and talk to a student while I was working on a discussion board, yeah, right, like I was working on a discussion board, while I was working on a hand-drawn project, they would have said I was cheating and taken ideas from them, where now we encourage that. So that's a good conversation to have. But let's look at what the Oxford Dictionary says. The Oxford Dictionary actually is who's making this very interesting for us. So we have cheating. Cheating, according to Oxford Dictionary, is acting dishonestly or unfairly in order to gain an advantage, especially in a game or exam. Okay, so that's a little more aligned with what Aaron was saying, like going outside the boundaries. But then we have the word plagiarism. Plagiarism is defined as the practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as one's own. So one of the reasons that I mentioned at the beginning of this session that I'm an author is because this is very important. Cheating using my book, if I were to go to any courthouse in the world and sue someone for cheating with a book, it would go nowhere. It would get kicked out. If I went to a courthouse and claimed plagiarism of my book, then your girl's going to start making some money, right? That is my ideas. Those are my thoughts. It seems to be very black and white when we're talking about the world we're used to. But now we throw in artificial intelligence. And that piece, someone else's, is what makes it really, really gray. Because there are a lot of things to discuss here. There's the philosophical approach. Is AI a someone else? Is AI a being? Because we know how AI works. It takes all this information that it has from databases, it plugs it all together, and it goes ahead and paraphrases it for you. Well, that's how we tell kids not to plagiarize. We say paraphrase it. So is the AI plagiarizing or is the AI paraphrasing? So then that's a whole conversation that you have to start thinking about this in a much deeper way. We all have to have this conversation amongst ourselves as educators. Educational leaders need to be having this conversation, and we need to bring these students to the table to talk about it too. Now, there are court cases all over everywhere right now trying to decide what is plagiarism when it comes to AI. Can you actually plagiarize AI? We need to rewrite the whole definition. We need to understand how artificial intelligence actually works behind the scenes in order to understand if someone is plagiarized or not. There's a lot of nuances here that your girl, I don't have all that in my brain, okay? I'm just saying it is worth looking at. And when we say they're cheating, maybe they are, maybe they're not. But when I look in policies, it's very rare for me to see cheating as a policy in education. A lot of times, ooh, I love that, Aaron. Thank you so much for popping that in. AI paper right, cheating lawsuit. Yes, they're everywhere, everywhere. That was a whole thing with the writer's strike in Hollywood, right? Like they're like, what's happening here? You know, who owns this? So plagiarism is something we really need to think about. And does it apply? Does it not apply? There's a lot of conversations to be had. When I think about cheating, I always try to frame it this way. I have a lot of students that come in and they don't speak English. And I have them go in and they're using an AI to translate the document. And then they use the AI to kind of help them understand what it is I might actually be asking. And then they write, but maybe they've written it in English. They're trying out their English, and their English isn't so great yet. They're grammar is not that great. Imagine that. I'm 39 years old, an English speaker, and I do not have great grammar at all. I have an editing team for that. But these kids, when they go in and they use something like the editing tool in AI, are they cheating? Is that an unfair advantage, or is that leveling the playing field? So these are conversations, right? Just think about it. I'm not telling you a right or a wrong. I just want you to leave here with these thoughts in your head and start to decide, what are your feelings about this? Because that is absolutely a new piece of educational technology that when we think about our educational philosophy, most of us did not have that when we first started thinking about our educational philosophy. We need to have an opinion about this and be ready to stand on it. Stand on business, friends. Stand on business. I love that Erin shares the NCTIES Advocacy Committee has a great Substack that shares out educational policy articles. Definitely check that out. The Advocacy Committee is fabulous. They're constantly looking at what's best for really everyone. They're looking at.
They won't share an opinion, but they will share just the piece, so you guys can think about it yourself. But just like following along with what Alicia's saying, like, you need to be informed so that you can have an opinion and get involved, be aware of your school board policies regarding AI use and what their expectations are. And yeah, lots of conversations to be had, but don't shirk or shy away from them, because we all need to be a part of them.
Absolutely, because there are kids like my two littles that it's their world. This is everything for them moving forward. So it's important. So now we're going to hop in. Please don't read this whole thing. I hate when a presenter puts up a paragraph and says, read it. Okay. Please do not feel that you have to read this mess. Instead, what I'd like you to do is the bold, just that one bold line. Well, 4 bold lines, 1 bold sentence. Okay. In the chat, I'd like for you to just paraphrase it. Put it in a way that a 5-year-old can understand it, right? For years before the release of ChatGPT, 60 to 70% of students admitted to cheating, and that remained the same in 2023 surveys, according to research. If you want more of the research done by Stanford, you can click the cute little Bitmoji there, and it's going to take you to the article, which will branch you out to the research, I believe. Our chat is quiet today, and that's okay. Y'all are like me. Look, I'm doing the teacher mullet. I'm bringing back my COVID 2019 and 2020 vibes, where I have my hair and I have my cute little sweatshirt, but I'm definitely in an outfit mullet because I have on my pajama pants. So some of you may be feeling that vibe, but for me, this screams Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child says that haters are going to hate, right? Cheaters are going to cheat. This is what that's saying. Cheating has always been a thing. Yes, Leslie. Yes, Erin. The number of students has been consistent. It's not changed. So that tells me that cheating is not an artificial intelligence problem. Cheating is an ethics and morality problem. And that's way deeper than anything we could ever talk about in a 45-minute session. So keep that in mind, especially if you are advocating for students to use AI in your classroom. And there's always those that are going to say, oh no, they're going to cheat. We'll have these conversations. Now, while we're talking about cheating, let's talk real quick about some AI detectors, because let me tell you, no, please, no. I am begging you. There are students all over right now that are being kicked out of universities because their professors put their information into an artificial intelligence detector without their consent, mind you. And it came back and said that it was such and such percent created by AI. And then kids are getting kicked out. Now, I don't know about you guys, But let's say I feel like I have COVID. If I feel like I have COVID and I go to the doctor and they say, well, here, I do have a test that you can take for it and it'll tell you if you do or not. But sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it's going to give you a false positive and sometimes it's going to give you a false negative. But we can do it if you want to. And then I'll go ahead and diagnose you based on what it says. Y'all, I don't want that. If my doctor cannot give me more than that, then I'm going to say, no, thank you. I'd rather take a test of something that helps, something that's accurate. AI detectors are not accurate. And there is study after study after study that proves that AI detectors are not accurate, no matter what they say. Our NCDPI, our generative AI guidance, says very clearly in the state of North Carolina, we understand that generative AI detectors are not the way to go. So how are we ever going to prevent students from using AI to copy and paste? How are we ever going to know? Well, first of all, we're having that conversation with them. We're showing them, right? They can figure out what's AI and what's not AI. That's a real easy thing to say to kids. You know, my 8th graders get, you know, look, if you can tell this is AI, don't you think I can tell this is AI? Right? Yes, Leslie, I have heard of that so many times, grad school, making people use Turnitin. And I'm telling you, that's a slippery slope. I have personal feels and I'm trying to stay out of it. But it is a slippery slope. AI detectors are far more likely to flag the work of non-native English speakers than the work of native speakers. And so again, we have a very strong bias here, very strong prejudice, a very strong bias, which we're going to see over and over again in AI use. And that's something we have to be very careful about. One of my favorite books about artificial intelligence right now is Ken Shelton and Dee Lanier's The Promise and Perils of AI in Education. This is a fantastic book to look at some of the biases that AI has that we may not even be recognizing. I love you, Pam. I love you. See, that's my cheering section. So moving on. Here you go. Holly Clark also talks about why AI detectors, they'll be back. Yay! Ken and Dee are coming back in March. Good, good, good. Definitely catch their sessions. AI detectors are problematic. Holly Clark gives us this information, and you can also click on the picture, click on that image, and it's going to take you directly to her blog so that you get all of her goodness. And then the last one that I have for you, the last data that I have for you is from Amanda Bickerstaff from AI for Education. This is her post about AI detection failing again, and it definitely takes a more educational research stand to it. So absolutely check that out. If you need backup, there are all kinds of articles, and really, like, things are being posted in journals now about this that are saying, please do not use it. So even my friend Sam Altman, we're not really friends, but it would be really cool if we were. Maybe we can be one day. Sam Altman's the CEO of OpenAI, who created ChatGPT, and basically says, you know, there are ways that teachers will be likely to detect it, but a kid's going to get around it anyway. A determined person is going to figure out a way to get around it. So what are we going to do? Like, now, lady, you're leaving me with no choices, and I'm frustrated. Well, that's where I'm coming to tell you. This is fast and furious. To prevent cheating, let's go back to the good stuff. Good teaching is good teaching. Why are we not documenting their learning when they're writing anymore? What happened to brainstorming? What happened to graphic organizers? What happened to have them actually write in a writing notebook and follow the writing process? If they're following the writing process, it's going to be nearly impossible for them to use. Tanya, it is by Ken Shelton and Dee Lanier. But if they are following the writing process, it's very, very difficult for them to cheat, because now they're having to take ownership of their writing. They can't take the prompt and just plug it into an AI and say, ooh, here's an answer, and pop it back out with no concern, right? So here they have to think. And the thinking process is the most important part of the writing process. That's what writing is really about. It's about sharing ideas. And if they're not your ideas, what's the point in sharing it? So Another thing is to generate a creative element. Okay. So something creative that goes with it. I had a teacher in world history forever ago. It's been a minute, but the thought still applies. She had us research a castle around the world. And once we researched that castle around the world, we actually had to build the castle. And so that was really interesting because clearly I think about that now as an educator. I can't go put in an AI what my castle would be and what I would want to know about it and how I could create it. I still have to put effort in. I still have to own the learning. And what is your goal whenever you're having students write? That's a really big piece of the puzzle because, as we said earlier, we have creativity and we have content. So we've checked off our AI driven cheating. Primarily assessing content, conventions, creativity. And by creativity, I really mean originality, but it didn't go with my alliterative thing I had going on there. So we went to creativity or communication. What are you wanting kids to do when they're writing? There's different times for all of these. And so depending on what you're asking them for, have your rubric be generated to assess those things that you are actually trying to assess higher than other things. If you don't care that day about their conventions, you just want their thoughts on paper, you just want them to communicate an idea, then let's lower the stress level, lower some kids' anxiety because they stress out about not being able to spell. And those kids that can't spell or that feel like they're not great writers, they're going to go straight to an AI. Now, of course, we have Grammarly, and I don't have any kind of feels about Grammarly. I'm good with that. But, you know, if I tell a kid, sweetie, I'm not really worried about your spelling, just do the best you can. I just want your ideas. Then that really takes the pressure off the kid, and they are less likely to go out and copy and paste because they feel more comfortable giving that information. Okay. If you, P.S. If you click on that link, it's going to take you to a rubric generator so that we don't have to waste our time. I'm very upset that I've been through education for 19 years without a rubric generator, but this one's amazing from Magic School. So check that out. Or what if, call me crazy, this is my favorite piece of this whole session. I'm just going to tell you, it's one of those moments, right? What if the students created a product? What if they did that? And then they wrote about what they created and how it relates. It's going to be awfully hard for an AI generator to write about something that was student created. It's going to be awfully hard for them to have that metacognitive approach because AI is not really designed to be metacognitive like we're trying to teach our students to be. So if a student is creating a product, let's say in ELA class, we want them to write, we want them to talk about the theme, the mood, the tone. We can have them do that, but why not have the kids make a playlist using today's music? And then in the playlist, they have to reference back, why did you choose that? How does that represent the theme? AI is not going to be able to pull Shaboozie's bar song that has just come out and tell you how Shaboozie's bar song relates to Romeo and Juliet. Okay, that's a mental thing. That's something that we can help students do. Okay, stepping back for a second in the writing notebook, capture that writing process, because when you are prepared to accuse a student of using artificial intelligence to cheat, because remember, Sam Altman told them they're going to try to get around it. They're going to do it anyway. But it's a whole lot easier to say, sweetie, bring me your writing notebook. Let me see that real quick. You know, I noticed that in your brainstorming, I noticed that you thought you were going to go with this idea, and then you even mapped it out with the thinking map. But you all of a sudden switched, and your paper is about this. Can you help me understand where that leap happened? If they can't understand it, then you have a solid basis for thinking, okay, something is amiss, right? Yes, Erin, write a reflection about your writing. Absolutely. What did you write and why did you write it? 100%. There's nothing wrong with having them do that. Or even have them go and, you know, I'm a fan of writing an outline after I've written my paper. And so then have them go in and write the outline. Tell me what you told me about. If they can't give me an outline of what they've written, then I'm ready to have a conversation, not just say that, oh, the AI detector told me you did this. Okay. This is also a good point, a good spot to mention to students. There is a difference between formal and informal writing. Informal writing, when I'm turning something in, it needs to be accurate. I don't want to see BC. I don't want to see IDK. I don't want to see FINA. Okay. But in your notebook, look, all bets are off. Spell things wrong. Put FINA. I don't care. I'm finna get tore up too. It's fine. But put it in your notebook. Don't put that in your actual paper. Okay. I know that Juliet was tore up from the floor up, but we're not going to put that in our paper. Juliet had a real hard time. Okay. It's all right. Now let's talk about some oral conferencing, because somewhere around COVID time, I don't know what happened, but educators somewhere, we got so used to that Go Guardian and such that we forgot that we got legs and we can get right on up out our chair and go over there and talk to sweet little Bonnie who needs a little bit of help. Okay. So get up, right? If you're not physically able to get up, have a student get up and come talk to you. Have some oral conferencing. Kids still can't lie to your face. They're not good at it. They can tell you whatever through writing, but if you have a conversation, they still stutter when they lie. Their face turns red. They still give cues. I did put in here submit because I do want to give a shout out to Submit. Submit is Screencastify's, basically their alternative to Flip. So if you were in love with Flipgrid, Submit by Screencastify. They are advertising as an alternative. It is free for teachers to use until May. Absolutely check that out. But there's some other ideas there for you. Check those out. We're going to skip back past all that share time because we're about out of time, but I see we got it veteran teachers here. So with our veteran teachers, we're going to move right on in. Innovative assessment options. Y'all, it's a choice board. That's it. Give them a choice board. Any of these things, they could do a metacognitive writing assignment about. So if you want to pull in writing into your classroom, you can, but let's have them create something and then do a metacognitive writing assignment about it, because AI is not going to be in that room with you. I love whenever teachers have debates in their classroom and then they have their students write about what just happened in the debate. AI was not present for that debate. They can't do that. So that's something amazing. If you want to create your own, there you go. You can click on that, go where you want to go. Finally, academic integrity. Any of these images, any of these logos are going to take you to the academic integrity surrounding artificial intelligence, the guidance that is coming from these colleges and universities. Okay. You can click on those and see what guidance they are getting. When we're talking about academic integrity in the future for our students, they're leading the way right now. And actually, if you read them, they're very interesting because they actually will tell you it's up to the instructor. If the instructor is confident with it, if they're good with it, then they can do that. I also find it very interesting that many of them require students to give approval for teachers to put their papers into any AI detectors. Because especially when you get to the master's and doctorate level, that is their information and you're putting it out there. That's a big deal right there. And so that's something to keep in mind. Go check those out on your free time. It's very interesting. And I would even bet that you could pull some of that lingo from some of the verbiage from these different universities and use those at your school. It's a great conversation to have with policymakers as well. So finally, what if we're just talking about classroom level? Your district is okay with you using it. You're not sure what you want to do. You can actually have kids. This is from Matt Miller, AI for Educators, incredible human being. I really hope he's coming back to NCTIES again this year, Aaron. Can't remember. I don't know, but I love him. He's so awesome. But he may be insanely busy because he's always everywhere. But Matt Miller is the Ditch That Textbook guy. So he created this really nice scale for us here where you can have students decide, or you as the teacher can decide, where is my line going to be today? And that line can shift depending on your assignment. There may be a time where I do want AI to write all my content for my students, and then I want my students to go and evaluate that content. I very well might want that. But there are also sub plans, Preach Girl, yes. And there may also be a time where I'm like, nope, I don't even want you on your computers. Close your computers. And that's okay too. If you feel like that set of 10 is too much, or 12, that's 12 now. If you feel like that set of 12 is too much, you can go check out his set of 6 that he has. You can click on that link. It's going to take you straight. Click on the image. It takes you straight to his blog post. Matt has also given us, because he is incredible, he has given us a blank template that we can go in and fill out. If 12 feels too much, lower it to 6. If 6 feels too much, lower it to 4. Gee, I wonder what 4 you could use. Reflect back on our cats and dogs, right? It's a starting point. No AI. AI for brainstorming, AI for editing, and all AI. You can make those your 4 and just basically say, this is where our AI is going to be today. So we have covered very quickly our session checklist. I am only a minute over. I am super proud of myself. There's my contact information again. If you need me for anything, please feel free to reach out. I am exhausted, but I absolutely love talking to other teachers, so it helps me to regenerate myself. At the end, here are your resources. So anything we've covered, it's just a one-pager that has all of your links and everything right there. And then finally, here's a video for how to create those rooms in Magic Student from our opening session. All right, so thank you guys so much for being here. I hope y'all have an amazing evening. Go put on your pajamas if you're not already in them. I hope